nades here, so they could blow up the bomb planter. There comes the one. The other one is a back, and the bomb is still planted. But that's a cool setup for Heroic, and it follows up with a couple of headshots here at the very least. P250 out on long, and plenty of space for it. No flash, I think, to try and get rid of automatic, so they're going to try and defuse right in front. He's inside of the smoke. 1 second left, and it comes all the way through Heroic.
To stop that, or to kill at least that planter, not stopping the plant. Interesting decision there from Breeze. Right after that nade strike comes in, he tries to slot himself into that spot, wants to get ahead of Heroic.
God, and that might be enough. And they have Stound in the back as well, so this is a pretty powerful setup. Molotov down in front, but EG they're right behind. This is deadly! Oh, and they're knocking it down. Automatic, taking care of business. And Stound, he's gonna get it wrecked as well inside of the bomb site. Hext will find a kill on Yabi, and it is done. 4th round here, just a wipe out for Heroic.
You're right, Anders. It is a strong setup, but when the player that's holding that long position takes a nade out, is flashed off the angle, you are sitting ducks. Both of those players taken down off of what is such a cheeky setup. So good in the early mid-round to find that opening pick, but when it's a full exec coming right at you, it is difficult to retreat. And so EG are already able to pick up their first, converting with all that space that was allotted to them. And Heroic, they chose to push that water. They found out quite a bit of what was going on across the map, but it wasn't enough. So EG, I mean, not even taking a single casualty. That's impressive.
This is, yeah, like you said, grenade in hand. Completely shocked at that.
Evil geniuses, but they're taking a lot of damage in this one. Nice boost down, finding Nealon early on, 5 versus 4. Last time around, it was Heroic that found space in the early round. This time, it's a man advantage. But this is a strong setup for Heroic. Couple players towards the monster tunnel. Cadian, a third, in fact, to cover the short side. 25 seconds left, and that should do it here. Hex jumping through the smoke, a desperation play. And Wiz recognizes his chance is gone in this round.
Yeah, backing out, saving the AWP. Could go for some wall banks up here, you know. You can shoot all the way down to the B bomb site from the pipes if you've got no life at all and just spend time practicing that. I highly recommend.
Let's see. Okay, well, it was actually blown up already. Yeah, I mean, you said it, that when that door is blown up, usually you're
a peek. They're thinking about it. Hex has already gone down, and Tess is counting the seconds here. Actually, Cadian, he's left him. This is so interesting. He's just on his own, and they're not really ready at all. That's a very frustrating death to suffer. They thought this part of the map was completely empty.
They were able to clear it out, though, at the cost of 1 life. 4 versus 3, Heroic. They've got great intel at present, and they've set themselves up into a 2-2. EG don't have too much room to work with, and so this is going to be a very difficult approach, no matter what they choose. Automatic towards long, Wiz and Breeze towards short side, and Cadian has a very advanced position. This might be good for a kill it outright. Yes, there it is. Excellent shots between him and Stound, leaving just automatic, and it seems like they have a great idea about where he is. The molly lands at his feet. They've trapped him, they've boxed him in, and Cadian, he's lighting him up.
It's getting personal, isn't it? It's got to be worrying as well if you're on the EG side to watch Cadian. Obviously not just with the crazy animal sounds, but also the fact that his orb is looking so sharp right now. That is scary.
Being able to hold. We're seeing a very procedural and methodical default take place amongst the EG players. Smoking the front of bathroom, mauling out the divider, pushing their way through connector. They've acquired quite a bit of space, but this is a great boost, but Breeze reads it. Nice shot onto Stound. And that is an opener, but Cadian, he's quite close to automatic at this point. This might be the equalizer right here if automatic missteps.
Only 30 seconds, so looks like they're bringing the bomb over this way. Still could be going down connector if they really want to go for the B bomb site. And Cadian patiently waiting, and that patience is going to be rewarded. Automatic goes down, so now they're definitely going to want to go for it. 20 seconds as they're setting up at the L bend. There's 2 people, actually 3 now, that Testis has shown up, so How do you come across this gap right here? Yeah, they can smoke off the actual plant, but they still need to make the cross. That's the bomb dropping in the most unfortunate position. Somebody picking it up right away, but it's too late here. Hex is inside of the smoke in a 1 versus 2. He's managed to get his way out. That's actually impressive all on its own, but still...
Everybody can rotate in, so this was a nice stack from Heroic, understanding where the likely hit was to come about from Evil Geniuses. Numbers advantage very much so in favor. Looks like they're setting for the bean can boost. Hex there. Not going to be presented any opportunity, but there's a spam kill. Okay, that's an interesting opener. 4 versus 4. Testis is rotated in, so there's still 3 defenders on this B site, and so it is still an uphill battle for EG, but that's an excellent flash to start.
Yep, Yabi forced into the corner. He actually does slide up into it, but still a 2-on-2. They might have found a way. Cadian's almost got the timing. He'll hit the shot on Hex. It couldn't have been better. The bomb, though, it's on Wiz. He could go A if he wanted to, but instead, gonna jiggle around with it and peeks right into Cadian.
No, I really, the energy is there for Heroic. They are feeling so confident in this game. That was an advantage fight for Wiz. And you can see this interesting scaling from Evil Geniuses. Would like to see it be a little bit more compact if they want to have more of a chance on these, but okay. This is an early fight we haven't seen before. Testis down in the connector and does so much damage with that nade, but Hex is able to find the kill. All right, 5 versus 4. It's game on for EG now. They need to find a way to convert this if they want to show any life in this half.
It was a 16-14 win for EG last time they played Overpass. It was a very close game, obviously, but this is shaping up to be something different. The opening is good in this round, and they have to build on it. At least get to 4. A bit ugly at the moment. Shush, again, the timing with the flashbang, it's so sick. He has got that down to a science.
Oh, what a spray by him. Okay, Yabi right behind the pillar, but oh, what? Hex! 2 kills from him, and now the tide has turned. It's down quick with the flank, and this is scary now for EG. They have the number advantage twice in this round, but it is an even situation again. 2 versus 2.
They need to win this round, but Nealon's already got picked off. Hexed. He needs to ace this round to try and bring it through. Seems unlikely. He's in a very awkward position. Sandwiched in. He gets 1 good headshot on this down. And now Cadian swinging up to try and see if he can steal this one away and break his heart. Hext is just locked in, lasered on this corner. He knows that Cadian is down there somewhere. With that AWP, he's almost picked him off there. And time is running up behind it. Hext, he might be able to do it. He's found the shot, and he aces the round.
What a shot from Delivers. Loud outside the server, louder in it.
That is really sick. A very difficult
stage, but Shush wants to put an end to that yelling.
Good position, but it's Hexed once again. Bringing it back a little bit. Nade is going to land right on top of him. Yeah, it hunted him down. And they lose the A side control, like you mentioned earlier. That's been a big problem for the T side. Automatic going down, and it leaves Nealon and Wiz. I don't know what they're going to do here.
It's tough to imagine a route back into this one, but really, EG have just centered their offense so much so around these B pops, and with 2 rounds, you can't imagine that you're going to feel great about that game plan when you go back through this demo. But this is still possible. Nealon's making his way up long. Cadian and Testis, they've got a crossfire on the site, and it's a 2-2 from Heroic. No real advanced warning. Oh, this flash might be perfect timing.
Very frustrating. Ooh,
oh, it misses the mark.
It does, actually. That should have been a little bit deeper. Almost setting Testis up for failure there. They know somebody else threw the flashbang, but it won't matter. Cadian is still here. And Wiz running out of time. He's picked up an M4 instead. It makes sense, and he had the awareness to spot for that, but doing everything they can right now, Hex, to try and just manufacture the opening that they need. And getting to that L-bend corner that quickly is a nice way to try and do it. Breeze through the smoke somewhere. Getting, oh, and an HE on top. That was Tessis throwing that one. He's really far away. Look at him.
Yeah, that is some distance. What an arm.
So wall banged first and then grenaded down afterwards by the same player. That's frustrating.
Okay, Cadian's got to hit a nice shot here. Tripwire angle, and he nails it. Hex out of it, and Cadian, there are more targets that will be presented, and Testis right behind him.
Cadian's picked up, and it's so hard to read if you're on the other side. You're not expecting for the AWP to keep pushing forward once it's already been revealed in that position. Automatic on his own, and Cadian is just so hungry for the kills. He's going to hunt some very different ways, which has been really funny. And yeah, I think overall we're getting a lot of entertainment tonight, which is what we want. Automatic starts the round with a very crisp headshot to take down Yabby, so that's how you want to begin it. But now the push is on. They're already on the bomb site. I think only now EG are kind of realizing, wait a minute, they just walked up long, instant bomb plant on top. It's very tricky. And they're just, look at it, they're spreading out everywhere. They're infiltrating the tunnels beneath the A bomb site. This is so confusing. Nealand's hiding in the corner, but he's running out of bullets, and the reload's impossible at that corner. Breeze goes down, and Heroic, they were
because they had the one lurker here in Yabby, but everybody else taking what is supposed to be a US-enabled Cadian, because there are so many angles now that EG have to worry about.
Yeah, that's a rare MP5 that's being brought up. Don't get to see that all the time.
And for a good reason. It's questionable.
It's more for the nostalgia than anything else, you know?
Which would take place if it weren't silenced.
That's true. I know. It's so strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nostalgia in name, not in function.
They need to change that. Although I guess it's probably not nostalgia for most of the players in the server anyway, because I doubt they actually back to 1.6 in the same way. Anyway, 4-on-5, pressure being put on here. It's down, going to be out of the round, but ultimately no defense really to be summoned at the B bomb site. Cadian is 18-5 right now. He's having himself a game. He took it personally earlier. What were happening on Nuke. Gonna be 15-2 at the end of this. And it's very different from what we saw last time. EG, again, they won it last time, 16-14. Quite a different story than what we're seeing at the moment.
They had a much better T-side, EG. They won 9 rounds last time, and this isn't even a guess, but they went almost half the rounds in that
seemed like it was very telegraphed, a lot of what was being thrown at Heroic. So they are 1 round away, and there's not a lot of cash or anything else to work with here for EG. They're getting chewed up right away. 21 kills on Cadian. He wants everything he can get right now before the map is over. This might get cut short, but only because of how quickly they're winning. Hexed on his own in a 1 versus 3, and he is on the wrong side of the map. So it's a statement performance here for Heroic. And now another interesting test for EG, obviously. Can they survive getting beat up like this? Because they were on a nice roll. That Nuke map was really great. So now they have a bit of an emotional test coming up, for sure.
It'll be a tough one, especially given the fact that they have never played the 3rd map with this 5. Mirage is one that we still don't have the data for EG on. So really curious what the analyst desk is going to say in their predictions.
Same could be said for Nuke for a bit there, but they still managed to step it up and do a really good job. And now we'll see. Ooh, yeah, Tessus takes him down. Heroic all the way on Overpass.